do not know it's edible. So now she is, and I'm going to attempt to lure her head up without losing connection until her butt hits. When it does, I smash off a piece. Do you see how she's like, wow, is this actually edible? It's like plastic. She says, I've got to break through the casing in order to eat. Okay, so now I lure her forward. I don't feed her, and I'm only doing that so I can try and do this again. Raise it just high enough. Oops, I got a piece on her nose. Very cute. So this is annoying to me that she has to spend all that time chewing. That'll get better as soon as she realizes that it's really an edible item. Good, there she ate a little piece. Now we're good. You see, we come forward, and part of what I need her to do is to lure. And what I mean by that is I need her to be able to follow this food. Okay, so she beat me to it. So she's ready for her test, and the test is, yes, that's how you get it. Then she gets a big piece, and then the session ends. And it's okay, she can do whatever she wants. So that was the session. Because she offered me a sit, I'm never, ever going to lure her into a sit again. In other words, at my second session, I might show her that I've got a hot dog if she has no idea, and then I'm going to wait for her to offer it. If she doesn't, I am not going to go to her nose and lure her again. If I go to her nose and lure her again, she will, from that day forth, wait for me to go to her nose with food and lure her into a sit. So, I move only so that we can do it again. It's so annoying, like dogs today are trained. She can make this decision, right? She's like, I really want the hot dog. She says, I really like hot dogs now. And nothing.
There you
She
go.
gets that. If she continues to jump up before sitting, I will wait for her. I will abort, and we can try again. So that was okay, but I'm not going to let her do that again. In other words, if she wants it, I tried to get her to jump. If she wants it, okay. And she jumps first. Now, she's available for adoption. I need a volunteer willing to hold a hot dog, willing to dig their thumb into it and give her a piece. You come on up. And that's okay. Here's the rule. Back away from me. Oops, you got it. If she offers you a sit, go feed her. Even though she's looking at me, go feed her. Go give her a piece. Perfect. If she gets up, still fine. Give her a piece. Good. Go all the way to her. Good. Take hold of the leash about here. Great. Move over there. Get away from me. This is so important for her. You can pull her. She'll lift. It's not about me. Oh, stay right there. You're perfect. Just wait right there. She's going to sit and face me. Don't give her any more leash. Very kind. She has to say, oh, it's about the person with the leash. That's great. So wait right there. Don't move. Fine. She's not going anywhere, right?
No, the hot dogs are there.
Don't worry that it's, yep, okay, good. Just wait. It's fine. This is such an important lesson, and we're going to let her learn it. Good. Go feed her. Good. Now back away a little bit.
With the leash?
Yep, with the leash. You can pull her. It's fine. Stop right there. Wait. Just wait. And if she sits, we are going to give it to her, even though she jumped up, because we're looking for one thing. Right, this is her moment. Wait. This is not about Mama. She calls me Mama now. We had one session together. She said, I don't understand. Great moment. And this is when the beauty of working a shelter dog as opposed to an owned dog. You're not on the clock. Let this dog think. Don't help her. Don't do anything. Plant your feet. Let her work it out. Let her work it out. She has no control over her life, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Everything. That's wonderful. That was fantastic. Now we need another person. Great, Eddie, come on up.
We have a fly.
The pet fly, isn't it?
It's your pet fly.
She's going to jump on you. Just
I would have it.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay, great. So stay right there. Don't kill her. Wait for her. When she sits, give her half of what you have in your hands. Great, yeah, wonderful. And then come and stand toward me. And then if she sits again, don't worry about the leash. And if she sits again, give her everything. Unless she sits facing me, and then give her a tiny speck the size of a booger from your nose. There. Good, perfect size. Back away. Go that way a little bit. And stop right there. Don't give her any more leash. It's perfect. Wait right there. Yeah. Now she's like, I don't know if I can sit with a leash on my rib cage, but
Yeah, no, I was trying to get it off.
it's okay. That's life. That's what somebody's really going to look like. She'll undo it. She'll live through it. You let her think. You let her say, I really want the hot dogs. I thought I knew how to get them. Because in her mind, what she learned is you get them from Sue. And now, and she said, in my last home, I always got that from jumping. And she's like, that seems not to be working in this household. She's thinking very hard. If you allow the dog to think, and to sniff, and to smoke her cigarettes, and take her drink, and pace up and down, which is what she's doing. And then, for her, yes, give her everything. But now I'm going to reload you, and I want you to, reset, come over here, and wait again. Because this is going to be her moment, where she's going to turn to, I can't remember your name, just wait right there. Yep, Joe. And she's got it. She's got it. Give her everything. End of session. We let her incubate that, everything you have. There were a few things. She said, I'm not going to jump first. And then, but now, I want her to be off duty, so I have to do something different. Otherwise, she'll continually work me. All right? So, and that's what you want. You want a shelter dog to go, it's all about work. It's all about this. If I do this, you'll do that. If I do this, you'll do that. But it's all good stuff, right? Not like, if I jump, you'll yell at me. If I bark, you'll tell me to shush, and I love when you tell me to shush, and whatever. Now she has the idea of giving some good behaviors, namely a sit and a quiet. But I want to change the picture because I want to talk to you, and I don't want to keep giving her the hot dogs. So it's really important to hand the leash to somebody else in a session and get that dog to understand it's not about you. The more you train a shelter dog, the more that dog will like you. And you don't want that. She's got to offer it to a complete stranger. And I never tell somebody how to hold the leash, what hand. Everyone has to look. She's done that before, right, and gotten loose. She gave space, waited till I was distracted, gave a quick backward yank. She's popped out of a collar before. Oh, go girl, she's too smart. So that was a few things. Now, so I brought her out. I know she knows how to sit, and I know she knows that, if there's treats and you sit, usually you'll get one. So I didn't teach her to sit. What I needed to teach her to do is to follow a hot dog and move through time and space following the hot dog at her nose. Because there's other things I'd like to teach her. And I'm sorry, but one of the first things, I know that this doesn't go over well in today's all-positive dog training climate, but I do think it's important. Remember when she was over there and we wanted to move her? And I think it's fine to pull a dog on the leash a couple of steps. I just think it's fine. Can you just get up and not be a golden retriever? I have been around the block. So I know she doesn't want to be restrained, but I think just touch is a very important thing. So I really don't want to let go of her. I know that's old-fashioned. I know that it stresses dogs out. I'm not going to hold her so she has a full temper tantrum and is yelping. But I think this is an important skill for her to have. And so I'm gonna compromise. That was her. She lit up another cigarette, but she might put it out. So I want her to be able to lure, because I also want her not just to walk up to a stranger who stops holding the leash and have her offer a sit, because then she looks attentive. She's made her second connection, right? Looks like she listens. And it also looks like she's smart, but I want to teach her to do something that appears magical to somebody who doesn't know dog training. And that is, I want her to lie down on a hand signal that goes up. Not the kind of you take food in your hand and you're like, down. It's not impressive. Like if your dog won't lie down because you're like, you know, I want her to lie down because my hand goes up. And so this is what I'll do. So this is my next training session. She's already had, you know, quite a few hot dogs. I'm hoping that she likes cheese. Although it is, again, she has to break through the casing. Okay, we've got business. You like it? You like it more than hot dogs? We're good? Another? So a couple things for the sit. Okay, good. One of the things for the sit is I'm going to do a little duration. And I think she's really thinking that the hot dogs were a lot better, but I'm hoping I can still get her to work, because I'm going to ask her for something slightly more complicated. But a couple of the things that I would like to teach her, okay, is teach her a sit stay. But first, I'd like to get this out. So here's one of the ways. The food is here. If she remains in the sit over here, the food will be delivered. If she gets up, I go put the food away. And she's now WTF. Right? She said, I sat. You went to get the food. And there's only one behavior that will make me go to the table to bring food. It's an SIT. And,
She spells.
and that gets her jackpot. Because she stayed the whole time. And you notice I didn't back off, right? I didn't like...
She's in a deal.
She is. And, okay, but guess what just happened? I will not wait around for you to chew that. I'm so mean, right? Now, let's, okay, she's way too smart for the average doctor. Absolutely. Absolutely. But this is a lot, and I'd like her to stay all the way out here. Oh. Is there a trainer in the room who would take this down? So, good girl. Okay, we're going back to hot dogs. Now, I'm going to teach her to lie down on a hand signal, because I don't care how long you've been training, when a dog offers you a down, because your hand goes up, it's like magic. So I'm going to try and do it in profile. So we start from the sit. Here's how it goes. Food is at her nose so that she can remain sitting. I flash a hand signal. The food travels to sort of between her paws until she's in a vulture position. When her elbows touch, both of them, I'm letting her nibble because I'm going to lose it. When both elbows touch, God damn it, there we go. I fed her a big piece. From here, I don't lose her nose, we go back into a sit. Flash my hand signal. Lure slowly, so I never leave her nose. Wait for the elbows to touch. I feed. She just got a piece. I lure up. I don't feed. I flash my signal. I lure down. I feed. That was the third time. We go up. I don't feed. I flash my signal. She went like that. She sees it every time. I lure down. I feed. And just because of who she is, that was only 4 times, but I think I'm going to give her her first test. Food stays here, hand goes up, I look down where I want her to go, and I wait. And she has to say, she's like, I think I can get enough to satisfy me just by licking the hole in your fist. What I want her to do is, that was the first thought that she said, I think I know this. You saw that leg move, and you're willing it. Are you not willing it? There's a second one. She may get up and then blow the whole thing. It's fine. I'll show you what to do if this is too hard for her. But if it's not too hard for her, and I don't think it is yet, so I'm just going to wait. But she's phoned a friend, and she's like... So I'm going to try again. When I try it again, my hand is 2 inches lower than when I started. So I'm not luring. All right, so I just made it a little easier without her knowing that I made it easier. And you understand, I didn't lure her the 2 inches. When she turned around, the fist was a little bit lower. We're gonna wait the 2 hours it takes for her to eat. We're gonna create resource guarding because Sue's taken back most of it. Okay, so let's start again. She sits. I flash my signal. Now I've made this harder. How?
Because you're up.
Yes.
Bent over.
So I feed her. Tick tock, tick. Oh, very good. Get up now. Stop. Stop being so good. Yeah. All right, so now let's push her. Oh, so I graduated her from 3rd grade, and now I've said, I want you to go to vet school. Right? I pushed her. Because what's the worst that can happen?
Nothing.
She gets up, walks away, smokes another cigarette.
Finds another jumps on you.
I don't move at all, right? I'm not turning my back or anything. The thing about shelter dogs is they have no control over anything. It's all frustration. It's all arousal. They want out. They don't get out. They go on a leash walk with the volunteers, and it's just not enough.
Thinking about it.
She's really thinking about it. So that's just smart, right? Like, so I'm going to start fresh. I'm going to give her one more easier rep. Do you see how it's still more than what I did, but less than what I asked for? I know, you're like, I'd feed that, a little increment. I'm like, no, there you go.